Hey everyone out there in the land of YouTube, this is Annette Dion. I'm the host and founder of the Psychic News Network, and it's Monday. It is, believe it or not, it's August 21st. Wow! That happened fast. It's getting a little humid here in the Northeast. I've gotten through to the third week of August without any AC all summer, so I'm just gotta keep putting my hair up. Alright, let me know who's here, what you're doing, how your weekend was, what's on your mind. Because on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays, we talk. We talk about what's going on. Yes, we do. I guess Hurricane Hillary is on its way, making its way back out. I don't know where it's going, probably back out to the ocean, as hurricanes do. But nowadays, you never know. Everything's going in different directions. Everything. Alright, let's take a look. I did do a vid from the water, from my favorite spot on the rocks. I did. You're waiting for your wedding party fittings, GS. You're getting fittings for your wedding. I'm so confused. That sounds good. Hang on a second, I just need to wipe my brow. Talk amongst yourselves. Yes, it did get hot today. Where do we start? The threat of violence in the United States. We're going to start there. On the news, Nicole Wallace at 4 on MSNBC. Oh, you just heard Biden give a speech. Good. Yeah, I just noticed that in the news that he was there today. Good. It's earlier there, so I think I might have to put my hair back. Oh, you're altering the bride's dress and a bridesmaid dress. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with people that can sew. All is fine will be 107 in Minneapolis. Let's take a look at Maui. Let's start with that, and then we'll get into the threats of violence and, you know, Donald Trump. Looks like Mark Meadows flipped. That feels like old news to me, just because I always knew he would flip. Will the representatives who said no votes on January 6th be removed from their state's ballot? Ooh, that's a big question. Let's first take a look at Maui. I mean, not only are we getting overwhelmed with climate disasters, we're also overwhelmed with indictments and threats and all that. So we're in a crazy time. Let's use this deck tonight. Yeah, making clothing is an awesome skill. My mom sewed my prom dress twice. I should pull out some pictures. Yes, my mom was always sewing. She had a sewing room. Wasn't my thing. The court shut down Trump big time in Georgia. How did I miss that? Was that the bond? Wait. Now you have to tell me more, because I missed that somehow. I don't miss much. We're starting with the Maui situation. Oh, Trump's bond in Georgia election interference case set at $200,000. Is that what you're referring to? You didn't get invited to the prom? Woe is you. I had to search and search. Don't feel bad. And I was a cheerleader. Anyway, the news is moving so fast that it is hard to keep up. Yeah, that's what you're referring to, right? The bond of $200,000. I don't even know how that works. That's how familiar I am with the courts. We're going to look at Maui first. What will be the result of Biden's visit to Maui? That's what moms are for, to sew, right? You didn't have a prom, Warren. Oh, that's terrible. Maybe Maybe have a party and make it a prom party. That'd be fun. Kathy Beelan, our last Spirit Talk podcast, mentioned that something about the energy of this time was very similar to the energy of the 80s. I don't remember exactly what it was. I'm not an astrologer, that's why I do a show with her. Eastman had to put up 100,000. 100,000. Okay, should have been no bond. They should have set the bond at $2 billion. Yeah, right? You were protesting the war instead of having a prom? Why couldn't you do both? Maui. Biden's visit to Maui. I'm going to read on something that is kind of, you might not be thinking about this, but I'm going to read on something that has to do with Maui. I was remembering when the wildfires were happening and I got wind of that the developers were swarming like vultures and they were just seeing how much money they could offer the natives so that they could take over their properties and develop it. And so, I don't know, there was something going on in my mind about, later we found out that they didn't sound the alarms, they didn't get emergency out, they didn't treat it like an emergency. So you probably know where I'm going with this. As far as Maui is concerned, it's a very Joe Biden is kind of in a tough place in terms of federal assistance. Not that the federal assistance won't be given, because it will. But I feel like Joe Biden is in a tough place with the federal assistance. This is my psychic impression, because so much money is needed in Maui. But he's going to go ahead and, it's probably a state of emergency has already been declared. I'm sure. I just assume that. This is the beginning of new communications about new approaches to these climate change disasters, which I am seeing that pretty consistently, that this time of doing nothing and I saw in a chiropractor's marquee one time, what is it, the 5 most dangerous words, maybe it will go away. I think we're past the point of maybe global climate change disasters will just go away, because we really are trapped. And I think, Biden's promising a lot of, emergency funds for Maui, obviously, but really, we're kind of in a place where, just like the insurance companies, it's like how much money before you can't keep giving any more money. But this is the beginning of new conversations. Remember, I keep on saying that I see Biden and Gavin Newsom. Just my overview of climate change is seeing the Biden administration and Gavin Newsom kind of spearheading it, which makes sense after the storm that they just had. That's not what I was about to say. Jen 007 is asking if the fire was deliberately set. I'm not going there with this. I don't get that. The question that I'm going to dive into is, were the alarms to warn the people that a wildfire was coming for them? People are asking, was the fire deliberately set? And my question is, were the alarms deliberately not set to go off? You see where I'm going with this? Remember my big rant, how I rant? My big rant about developers and how I have to move because this place that I'm in will be developed. I have to go to a different office space. It's a lot more expensive. What's happening where I live and in all the coastal areas, speaking of denying climate change, because everybody seems to want to live on the coast. For me, it was just incidental. I grew up here. But because everybody wants to move to the coast, they will pay anything. And there's no limit. There are a lot of multimillionaires and billionaires. My wheels started turning, my little psychic impression wheels started turning today, and I picked up on, well, there's some authorities, and I don't know names, and I wouldn't mention names anyhow, but I just want you to know. And I just don't like that I'm seeing this so much. I just want you to know that we've had some tragedies over the past few years where the emergency emergency response and like law enforcement response, we've had some situations over the past few years where everyone's going, whoa, why wasn't, there's all this like, oh, what a mystery, what a mystery. I'll use this as an example. What a mystery that in Uvalde that none of the law enforcement went in, and Abbott acted like there wasn't anything going on and that he couldn't care less about those kids. What a mystery. We'll get to that, CM. What a mystery that the alarms weren't going off in Maui when they should have been going off. It's obvious. There's no excuse for them not going off. Libby Lamb is back. Libby never left. Liberty Lamb. Does anyone see where I'm going with this? Were they told not to bother with the alarms? Were they told, there was the government and the authorities in Maui just told not to sound the alarms? Okay, it's not saying no. The pendulum, when it does that, it's going, you're getting around it. Why? For developers to come in. You're not following me, right? You don't know why anyone would want to move to the coast? Yeah, well, that's what I said. People are in massive denial about global climate change. Joan is with me. Okay. Thank you. Because I go in a little, not really saying it, but kind of saying it, and I just want you to know that it helps me to know that you're following what I'm saying. Don't bother to sound the alarms, because we don't care about the poor people. Don't bother sounding the alarms, because this is just my psychic impression. Because if we don't sound the alarms, then some people will get rich off Maui. For entertainment purposes only. I'm not naming names. I'm giving you my psychic impression. Because in an emergency situation that requires, excuse the pun, rapid fire response, when the rapid fire obvious response that's needed doesn't occur, you have to wonder. Oh, it's fine. You don't have to agree with it, Catherine. Totally fine. We're not here to be agreeing. It's nice when you understand what I'm saying, and I'm just giving you, it's not even my opinion, it's a psychic impression. Yeah, I heard there's over 1,000 people missing. And actually, yeah, my brain didn't want to go there either. I just have direct experience with this kind of thing. It's greed. It's greed gone amok. They should have done something. Yes, absolutely, Bond Blue. Totally agree with you. And I'm sitting here with these bags of crystals that you sent me. So I'm following the thread. Oh, it's down to 850 missing now. And I'm not saying it's a direct intent. I'm not saying it's a direct intent. I'm saying that there's little whispers of, it's okay, we won't sound the alarm, it's like, well, we'll just see what happens. We'll just see We'll just see what happens. I'm pulling 3 cards. Yeah, even a bullhorn in the street. Okay, so let me just explain. It's not that it's not that it's not that they didn't do enough. It's that they didn't do anything. That's why I'm making the comparison to Uvalde. It's not that they didn't do enough. They didn't do anything. The cell towers went down immediately, so there was no other choice. No other choice but what? There are plenty of ways to alert people to danger that don't require a cell phone tower. Well, Catherine, you and I are on the same page. I just want you to know. We're on the same page. That greed is a component. Fire truck, siren, anything. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the people of Maui will stand up and they will do what's necessary. I kind of see this as a start of a movement in America to put a moratorium. Yeah, bang pots and pans. Thank you. You guys are with me. You know what I'm saying. I do see a movement. I see at least a raised awareness of what this greed is all about. And we can, you know, we can go, I take risks sometimes. We can go around and around and around this. And I know that more wasn't done, because if they didn't do more, some people would get rich. You could totally disagree with me. It's fine. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. Hello, Mindy. They should have followed the protocol. The protocol was there. The wildfire protocol was there. It wasn't adhered to. However, there's a lot of people feeling very guilty, and I feel like that guilt is going to work in the positive for the people who lost everything. And the Page of Swords, I see lawsuits. I see major lawsuits against the authorities that did not do their job. And I think one did resign. So why was he in a position with no experience? Something smells fishy, and it's not fish. They announced on car radios. The emergency guy said the sirens were working. They need alarm sirens to have a different sound for fires and for any alarms. Any alarms. What's I mean, the fire tsunami, it was a tsunami of fire. You know what I'm saying? Really. It really and truly was. Those poor people. Okay, the next topic. I am going to look at climate change. Sorry, it's really hot in here. Under Trump, no one was appointed that had any experience. Yes, it was a thing. Yeah, Thomas, you were on the same page. Yeah, I didn't say they started it. I didn't say they started it. Let me put it in a nutshell. They didn't do everything possible to save lives. Yes, exactly. Joan saying, kind of like Trump sitting there watching the insurrection. Kind of. And Andrea is saying, I live in a touristy area surrounded by a national forest. The rental market has become so high that low-income families have been priced out of the market. Bingo! Bingo! Our society is on too much antidepressants to notice. That's an interesting perspective. How greed is ruling us. It's not just that, but I'm kind of against meds. Canada's still on fire. Okay. There's a lot of reasons for that. Yeah, it wasn't, they didn't go out of their way too much. It's all greed. It's all greed. Blonde Blue says they have really bad smoke where you are. Where are you? I forgot. I'm actually pulling 3 more cards about this. You get offers to buy your house about 2 times a week. And the real estate where I live, okay, put it this way. My folks bought their house, 5-bedroom house, for $12,000. My brother bought it, so he got a good price. But that house now would be appraised at $850,000, I think. Honestly. David Feldman has a podcast on YouTube. He speaks about political issues, but talked about the rich contractors coming in and taking advantage of the people in Maui. Exactly. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Thomas is in October. I think there's going to be a national emergency test over all cell phones to help with future disasters. Question for you, Thomas. What happens when the cell phone towers go down? Yeah, it smells fishy. It really, really does. Okay, 3 more cards on this. It was greed. I'm not saying they started the fires. I'm saying that they didn't do enough to save the people. They didn't do enough to save the properties and most importantly, to save the people. There it is. Thomas still has a landline. Good for you. Do you have one of those curly cords? Yeah, and Cheryl's in Maine where, oh my gosh, every time I go to Maine, it's like, whoa, it's just like, cut down these trees, cut down these trees, cut down these trees, cut down these trees. Let's just build a sprawling development. It's out of control. I do see I do see lawyers. I see a lot of lawsuits in Maui, and but the greed, unless we start speaking out as a nation. Yeah, predatory. Thank you, Kalani. That's the word. Predatory real estate companies. Yep. Yep. They will out those. Yeah, they'll out the predatory real estate companies. I think this is the beginning of that. What's a drug called Soma? And where is Jen? She says she gets offers to buy her house 3 or 4 times a week. That's okay, Cheryl. You're not that late. Cheryl H. All right. After all that, my answer is yes, that they didn't go out of their way to save people's homes and lives. They went together, homes and lives. Because of greed. Because of greed. I only said that everyone being on drugs for mood. I didn't. I was reading something. Alright, there will be tents everywhere. And then when there are tents everywhere, the chances that the fascist Republicans will go on and on about the homeless people and we need to get them out of there, and you know what I'm saying? That's true. A lot of insurance companies are backing out where there are disasters every year. Stands to reason. Oh, people have been talking about the Lahiana. Is that how you say it? In Maui, the banyan tree. I don't know. I've heard about it. I don't know a lot about it. If you want to know if it's going to survive, I can look. Soma is a muscle relaxer. Okay. Yeah, FEMA took so incredibly long and got bureaucratic to get to the people. They had no help. No one went out of their way. Put it that way. Lahaina banyan tree. Is it going to survive? I know that that's a very spiritual. I'm getting no, unfortunately. Which is kind of symbolic, right? If we don't do something about global climate change, it's kind of symbolic. If we don't do something, I think the tree is going to show us. Wow. Okay. We are going to look at the issue of climate change in general. Get off the real estate, part. Climate change in general. Climate change in general. The Chariot card indicates a lot of fast-moving action. The people that want action on climate change will feel, initially, like in Maui and like in California, initially will feel like they're left out in the cold. I should just say we, because we're all going to be affected. The arborist that takes care of that tree said it will survive but needs a lot of healing for a couple of years. I got that it won't survive, but I hope I'm wrong. Love trees. Love trees. Love! I love trees. I saw a tree that was, it must have been 250 years old, but I noticed as I was walking by that it had been cut down. And they cut down the trees because of the wires. Because there'll be storms coming where I live. But as far as climate change goes, the Chariot card is indicating, lots and lots of damage, lots and lots of too many people initially feeling like we're all alone, but then we end up like we're all alone together. We can't all be all alone when we're together in this. There will be some laws, some action taken, not laws so much, but technologies put in place. There will be. I see it's inevitable. I'm a tree hugger too. If you hug a tree, the energy from that tree gives you energy. It's awesome. And it's very grounding. We have to work with nature, Darren, exactly. We have to listen to the Native Americans. We have to listen. Nature speaks. You guys you've seen me. Somebody pointed out to me today that when I say something that's really truthful, I get seagulls getting really loud. And I also had the hawk fly right just buzz me when I was in the woods in Maine. Cheryl, have you been to Ferry Beach in Maine? Trump relaxed a lot of those protections. Yes, good point, James. Trump made this country a lot less safe on all fronts. Yeah, that was really cool when the hawk buzzed over my head and I went, oh, I just saw a hawk fly into the woods, and then people started telling me it went right over your head. And Cheryl H. has 2 new maple trees. Oh, hug the tree when people are looking. Maybe that will teach them. The hawk was a sign. Yeah, it was a good sign. Pay attention to nature. She speaks. Alright, what am I reading on next? I just forgot. Maybe I hadn't decided. I've gotten to a point where it's like, do I have to look at Donald Trump? But I kind of do. Yeah, Trump did away with the EPA protections. You know what I'll read on next? He did away with the train, the protections, the regulations. Hug a tree, don't care who's looking. The regulations, there are more trains derailing. I'll look into Satan. Don't worry, we'll get there. Today I said I'm going to make my video shorter tonight. We'll see how that goes. We'll see. Alright, just to stay. Yeah, Trump also told us to rake the forest. Unbelievable. Let's see if the regulations will come back. Good luck, wish you only the best. Where are you going? Are you leaving, Betty? Your husband took beautiful photos of your children climbing that tree. Oh, the banyan tree. I'll have to. Yeah, I just saw Betty. You said good luck, wish you only the best. I'm like, well, where are you going? Okay. Talking to someone else, I guess. Will the regulations come back? Yes, they will. There needs to be some finagling done. James says, thank you for the donation, much appreciated. James said a bat got into his house yesterday and freaked out his wife. He caught it with a Kleenex box and let it go outside. Now you're Batman. I was just reading about bats. I have to look it up. I'll look up bats. Remind me. Okay, as far as regulations, like EPA regulations, and Trump screwed this country up so bad. Bats are good, right? But we will have to, as a nation, really put the pressure on our representatives to bring back regulations to make this country safe again. MASA, MASA, make America safe again. How's that? I always see the women leading the way. Women leading the way. They are bugs like crazy. Yes, President Biden on his first day reversed some of Trump's heinous policies. Oh, they eat bugs. Bats eat bugs. Right. I see a lot of regulations being put back in place, which tells me I see Democrats. Remember my little chant? I'm going to tell it to you. Yeah, make America safe again. Like that, Rita. More Democrats running in elections winning. More Democrats running in elections winning. Right? More Democrats running in elections winning. Oh, Warren's bringing up the fairness doctrine. Will it be reinstated? Let me show you a book that I just started. I'm going to endorse a book. Just started, brand new, still in hardcover. Free the Press. Because Warren just brought up the FCC. And it's by Brian Karen, K-A-R. It's like Karen with an M instead of an N. Just started reading it. It's a good read. This is what we need to do. Speaking of the FCC. Okay? Will the gray whales be okay? I've been worrying about the whales my entire life. Whales are incredible sentient beings. If anybody's new here, I just want you to know that I jump all over the place. Just be warned, be forewarned. And sometimes I even forget what I was going to ask. Let's see. Thank you. Yes, David Hogg started a grassroots campaign called Leaders We Deserve. Come to Grassroots of Democracy. We talk about all of this. All of it. We hook up with other organizations. I didn't make it to the Swing Blue Alliance picnic yesterday because I got stuck in traffic that was like a parking lot, like 4 lanes. And I was like, Mercury retrograde. Okay, the FCC. Will the FCC come back? We need the Federal Communications Commission back. We need truth. The reason that we are in the I don't even know what to call it. The stress that we're in is misinformation. How to deal with Trump indictments fatigue syndrome? Take good care of yourself. Thank you, Cheryl. You're very sweet. This is why I come back every time. The FCC. Here's my greed card. This is a greed card. Tonight, this is a greed card. Yeah, Ronald Reagan abolished the fairness doctrine. He was probably under pressure from the Republicans at the time. Well, it'll be a long slog, because now not only do the fascist Republicans distort the Second Amendment, now they're going for distorting the First Amendment. Have we noticed that? Have we noticed that? Not only do the fascists just twist around the Second Amendment to mean everyone, even your 2-year-old granddaughter, ask Christy Nome, should have an AR-15 or a gun, or some kind of gun. They distort that, and now they're distorting the First Amendment. So, I actually see that there are organizations that are forming, like Brian Karam has an organization. I'll talk more about that at length after I get through some of the book. It actually looks like more and more of the American people will want that. Yeah, Reagan got rid of the FCC. Exactly, that's what we're talking about. It's going to be hard. It's the conspiracy and the lies in our media have been really, really stressful on our democracy. And now they're calling what happened in California. Where's Damon? I don't know. Yeah, there was. What do we have now? We have all these different terms. What was a cyclobomb, and now we have a hurricane. We're getting real creative with the disasters, aren't we? All right, I'm going to do my best to stay on one subject for at least 2 minutes. I'm going to pull 3 cards about the fascist Republican Party, but what I'm going to ask is, are we going to see any Republican seriously start calling out Donald Trump? Because I saw Asa Hutchinson. I happen to have time today. I don't know. Nobody's been booking a reading, so it's starting to bother me a little bit, but oh well. So I had a lot of time today, and I watched Nicole Wallace, and yeah, it's interesting what's happening in our government, because with all the misinformation, we're getting a lot of violence. But anyway, she was interviewing Asa Hutchinson, and this is why. Yeah, some states are trying to keep Trump off the ballot. My prediction is he won't be on the ballot, just so you know. So Asa Hutchinson would not, it was unbelievable. It was so, he didn't do a good job of making himself look credible. Oh, Catherine has a reading book. Good. Looking forward to it. So Nicole Wallace kept asking Asa Hutchinson, so would you, because you have to agree in order to keep running for president, or in order to be on, I don't know, some law the RNC has, that you have to promise that you'll support the nominee. And Asa Hutchinson, his whole shtick is to tell the truth about Trump, and to say how unqualified he is for a president, obviously. Like, we know that if we're not in a cult. He would not say it. He kept on, that's been his soapbox. Trump is not fit to be president, he needs to not be president. And so Nicole Wallace is saying, okay, yes or no. It was so awkward. If you saw it, it was so awkward. It was painfully awkward that he just wouldn't say, no, I wouldn't support Trump. Anyway, this is about the Republicans. Are they going to start speaking up? I have the death card. The Republican Party is facing the end. Yep, they're chicken, you know what? Chicken, bark, 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 bark. Republicans, what does it take? Trump is not fit. He tried to violently take over American democracy. This is definitely the GOP. Look, see, they're like, oh, scaredy cat, bark, 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 bark. That's the Republican Party. It's unfreaking believable. What did Maria say? Someone's saying that would be cool. Meghan Markle is seeking political office. No, she's not. No, she's not. Anyway. They're going to nominate Trump. I did read on the GOP debates how they're going to go on Wednesday. I read on that yesterday when I was by the ocean. My Tuesday and Thursday videos are outside, and it was really noisy outside yesterday. I was right by the beach, and in my favorite little spot. I'm right in front of me on the rocks below. If you saw that. On the rocks below me during that video yesterday. This young couple was there, and the guy got down on his knee and he proposed to her. They didn't see me, I don't think, but I was like, wow, that was important. The MAGAs are saying that Jesus is too woke now. Anyway, I'm gonna read about. So anyway, I was talking about the debate, and I read on it when I was out on the rocks yesterday, and what I got about the debate on Wednesday was, first, I keep on asking, will Trump just show up anyway because he can't stand to be upstaged? And I think I got the swirly thing with the pendulum. Let's ask now, because I did drop my pendulum, and I don't know if I used it. I kind of lost it for a sec. I should have taken a video of the marriage proposal on the beach. I wasn't prepared for that. Maybe they were just joking around. I don't know. They might have just been joking around. I didn't, it was none of my business. Will Trump actually... Well, I definitely get that Trump is debating. He can't stand to be upstage. He can't stand to not be on the stage. Whenever I think about him being on the ballot... Well, I don't think he's going to be on the ballot. But when I think about... That's my psychic impression. When I think about people that are actually saying he's the man to be president, now what enters into my mind is that Mark Levine interview that I went on and on and on about on Friday, where Trump is being interviewed about the issues that he would address. And the only issue that he was talking about was water flow in your dishwasher and in the toilet, and that's what he was talking about. He was talking about water flow. Do we really want you guys with me? Do we really want I know we don't, but I mean, just does America really want a president that the limits of his cognitive function mean that all he can really think about is the water flow? It's like, oh, my shower. I'd like some. Well, we all love great water pressure. We love great water pressure in our showers and gas stoves. Yeah. Honestly, it's frightening. There are too many debaters for Trump to follow around on the stage. He's stupid. Thank you, Gloria. He's stupid. He's a stupid, stupid man that has so much experience playing the legal system because he's been doing it since he was born. Okay. Will they talk about climate change in that debate? That's a good question. They don't believe in climate change. Yeah. The bottom line is Trump is mental and cuckoo crazy. I mean, it's just like, it's so obvious. So obvious. Trump was flushing documents, let's be real. There's proof of that. Will climate change will it be a topic during the debates? Will climate change be a topic during the debates? Looks like it hasn't been decided yet. Yeah, he was so deranged. I don't know if she accepted the marriage proposal, Warren. I was trying not to be nosy. I got that Trump was really wanting to be on the debate stage. I got that he was still thinking about it. And I got that he wouldn't show up. And I also got that the Tucker Carlson thing wouldn't... wouldn't pan out. It wouldn't happen. But I get that as far as will climate change be discussed at the debates, I got they haven't really decided yet. How could it not? Easily. They avoid it anyway. They call it a hoax, a climate hoax. And I got that Trump would be talked out of the Tucker Carlson interview because his lawyers will get to him. But he pre-recorded the interview with Tucker. He did? It's already done? Lisa, do you know that? Wouldn't it be ironic if a hurricane came through and took the stage out? Where is it at? I don't think it's in a hurricane-prone area, the debate, right? Where's the debate? But you never know nowadays, right? Tucker who? I love it. I'm going to read about the interview. The interview is already done, but But if it hasn't aired yet, I thought the interview was supposed to be Wednesday night. If it hasn't aired yet, and the lawyers go through it and they see all the lies, so they're just going to air it on Wednesday? Are they going to air the interview with Tucker Carlson on Wednesday? It looks like yes. Okay, it looks like okay, it'll be shown on Wednesday. Okay. Are the lawyers going to talk somebody out of it being shown? Are the lawyers going to talk somebody out of it being shown? No. But they will try. Will the lawyers try to talk them out of it being shown? Yeah. The debate is in Wisconsin. I know somebody was saying, wouldn't it be funny if a hurricane came through? To which I responded, in Wisconsin? Ha ha ha. And then, duh. Well, I got that Trump would turn himself in on Thursday. Lisa, you didn't watch my video from yesterday. I'm just teasing. I got that it would be Thursday. Let's ask this. Will Trump be fingerprinted? Wisconsin can get a hurricane? Why is it saying he won't be fingerprinted? Tornado, not hurricane, in Wisconsin. Hurricanes come from the ocean, right? No, it's fine if you don't watch the video, and it's under videos. My Tuesdays and Thursdays. Did Trump lie throughout the video? Yes, he lied throughout the entire video. Yep. I don't know why I got that he wouldn't be fingerprinted. It might be a digital kind of thing. Okay, am I getting no because it's a digital kind of a thing? Well, yeah, it's a digital thing. It's not like the old-fashioned, get ink all over you kind of fingerprint. Yeah, he's going to incriminate himself all over again, but what, Trump lied again? Imagine that. Where is it going to be shown? Where is Tucker Carlson now? They kicked him off Fox. I'm surprised they let Trump on the Fox. It's possible to request a copy of the mugshot. He's going to be all out there with the mugshot. Believe me, he's going to use it to fundraise. Let's ask. On the old Twitter? Tucker is on the old Twitter? I don't even know. He never lies. It's a podcast, right? He gets fingerprinted, but what I'm picking up on is that it's not an actual fingerprint. It's a digital thing. Will Trump use a mugshot? Will Trump have a mugshot? He absolutely will have a mugshot. Tucker's still under contract with Fox? He is not. That's not my understanding. Well, did Trump say things in that Tucker Carlson interview that can incriminate him? In a court of law, yes. Tucker has a no-compete clause for a year with Fox. And it's been a year, right? Yeah, digital fingerprints, because I was thinking the ink and stuff. Well, they found the Proud Boy currently on the run. I do, yes, I get a yes on that. Fox has told Tucker to cease and desist. Okay, they're all digital now. Fingerprints are all digital. Thank you for the money, Maria. I appreciate it. Much appreciate it. Is this going to make Trump be in more trouble? Yes. Big yes. It's going to be quite a week. just so you know. Everyone buckle up. It's going to be a roller coaster ride. Years ago, I used to say that all the time. Years ago when I started, a few years ago when I started my Psychic News Network, I said it many times. It's going to be a rickety, rocky, it's going to be a roller coaster ride. It's been quite a 2 weeks. Yeah, and it's going to be even more busy. Let's ask this. Is it going to be a peaceful arraignment on, I get that it's Thursday. He doesn't really care if he's in more trouble. Before I ask that, about whether it will be a peaceful arraignment, is Trump going to use that mugshot? It's going to be a bumpy ride. Is Trump going to use the mugshot for fundraising? I'm thinking he won't be allowed to. Please hit the thumbs up. I'm remembering to ask you to hit the thumbs up. Thank you. And subscribe too. He made a mug. Yeah, he made a fake mug shot already. Yes, I know. I was talking about that yesterday too. You guys start watching my videos that are on Tuesdays and Thursdays and sometimes on Sundays. I forgot to say that. Sometimes I do a Sunday like outside thing. They don't release the mugshots. Yeah, that's what it said. It said that he wouldn't be able to. Fingerprints and ketchup are already on his walls. I know, probably. You saw it. I was on the rocks. Yes, I was on the rocks, so to speak. I'm gonna pick 3 cards about the arraignment and the energy around the arraignment, thinking about if it will be peaceful. Oh, Trump is in so much trouble because the Save America PAC is using 30 cents of every dollar to pay legal fees. Yes. Thomas, yes, it appeared that there was a proposal yesterday on the rocks while I was doing my video. It was kind of below me. Oh, I saw that, Maria. Maria signed up for my psychic course. I'm going to do a commercial in 1 minute. Let's see if we can get 255 thumbs up. It's really easy. It's like the cheapest tip you can give me. I know, Trump is mad about the pictures of him that you can see his double chin, and I heard that Fox just keeps putting it up there. Oh, Betty remembers on my video there was this man carrying his baby on the rocks. It was dangerous. Anyway, the arraignment. Will it be peaceful? Fani Willis is seeing to it that it's peaceful. They're doing all kinds of finagling to make sure that it's peaceful. I feel like we'll be okay. It looks like Thursday, arraignment on Thursday. It does look like arraignment on Thursday. That guy had rocks in the head, I know. Let's ask about, are we going to see protections of judges and jurors? He will die as an indicted man. Oh yeah, whenever he dies, he will die as an indicted man. Protection for judges and jurors. Okay, as far as judges and jurors, until laws are put in place, they are going to have to kind of sequester themselves away, unfortunately. Come on, you guys, hit the thumbs up. It didn't really go up. Yeah, we're all praying for the jurors. And thank you to those who have. Five of Wands. Okay, it is challenging. Right now, they're really asking the judges and the jurors until they can get enough protection. I mean, so they do have protection, but to just kind of abide by certain guidelines. So it's going to be like, we're going to protect you, but you have to do your part too. So it's kind of like, remember COVID, right? You know, kind of like stay in and stay safe. Unfortunately. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. I do see the Democrats fighting for laws to protect, thank you, James, to protect the judges and the jurors. We haven't really been prepared for a country where our own citizens want to kill us, right? I mean, we're that's a pretty big thing to wrap our minds around. And just, you know, because I'm on the topic, I can complain all I want about my numbers being low on YouTube, and then I can just say, I'm kind of in the background. They have not dropped the bottles yet. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really express as a fan of Donald Trump. Oh, Suzanne, you're here. My favorite lady. Thanks. We shall continue momentarily, but I just want to tell you that my schedule is wide open, and I don't know why, because I'm the most amazing psychic reader there is. I'm totally tooting my horn here. PsychicAnnetteDion.com. And also, that's where you go to sign up for Seriously Psychic, which is a new course. It's going to be 6 weeks that leads right up to pre-Halloween time. Psychic season. Check it out, PsychicAnnetteDion.com. That's where you can find everything that I'm doing, and it's interesting. It's all interesting. To me, it's interesting. Grassrootsofdemocracy.com is where you go to join us for tomorrow. Yeah, Suzanne, book a reading. For tomorrow, 20 on Tuesdays, we do a guided meditation for a healed America. Or was something wrong with my algorithm? Read some cards on that. Yeah. Thank you, Rita. I mean, I've been doing readings for 30 years. I mean, I've read for thousands of people. Grassroots of Democracy, we have 20 on Tuesdays, guided meditation for a healed America. Go to grassrootsofdemocracy.com and put your email in that place, and put your email also in the place where you sign up to attend our meetings. On Thursday night, we have a discussion group. On Saturdays, we get together and we get to work. Okay? Thank you, Maria. I like the endorsements. Thank you. The testimonials. Yeah, I know. I think that's the end of my commercial. No. Church of Spirituality. It was really good yesterday. It's always really good. If you... Oh, Damon, you're here. If you are not watching Church of Spirituality, you're missing out. Thank you, Mindy. Because Church of Spirituality makes your life better. Right? Right, Warren? And you don't have to be of any particular religious affiliation, because it's about spiritual. Okay, good. And that's my commercial break for now. I'm sure there's more that I forgot. All right. Did somebody put a question up there before that I haven't gotten to? Oh, Milu spoke about the algorithm. I should call Milu and ask him. We should have a conversation about what's going on. Milu he's so dedicated. He's on 5 days a week at noon, and he's also on at night, and it's just, well, he deserves to have bigger numbers. Even Damon goes to Church of Spirituality. Non-denominational. It's about all of us. Will Eastman be disbarred? Well, I heard a little bit of John Eastman's, I believe it was his lawyer on Ari Melber. I caught a little bit of that. And can I just say, can they just stop with the lies? It just makes me nuts when people lie and 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 lie. Eastman's going to prison. Roger Stone's going to prison. James came to Church of Spirituality. Oh, thank you, Rose, for putting the question up. Will the senators who said no, who were part of the insurrection, basically, will they be ousted? Oh, will they be removed from their state's ballots? That is a great question. Yeah, aren't we tired of hearing lies? Lies is so, oh my gosh, it's just, and when you've been working as a psychic as long as I have, and people are lying, right? I'll never forget when Bill Barr, after the Mueller report, we're all like waiting with bated breath for the Mueller report and for Bill Barr to tell us what they found out in the Mueller report. And when he lied, I was fit to be tied. More Democrats running in elections winning. Right? I want you all saying that. I want that to be like an earworm. More Democrats running in elections winning. Couldn't believe it when Bill Barr ever did that. When he ever did that. How about Roger Stone? Totally, totally. It's different if they're hiding the crimes, but totally out there. We were so mad. I'm so tired of people lying. All right. Will those who voted no for Joe Biden on January 6th, who protested certification of the election and who were involved in the insurrection, let me do this. Will they be on the ballot? Or will that amendment, yeah, Stone is cuckoo crazy. He's cuckoo crazy. Can you imagine having a tattoo of Richard Nixon on your back? And it's not small. I know. Why would anyone have a drawing of Richard Nixon on his back? I don't know. It's very strange. It's painful too to have a tattoo. Can you imagine? All for Nixon. All for Nixon. Ouch, ouch. All for Nixon. I can't even imagine. Will the insurrectionists that are in our government, which makes my skin crawl, and I know it makes your skin crawl too, will they be removed from the ballot? It's not been determined yet. Maybe Stone will get a Trump tattoo. It hasn't been determined yet. We need to work on that. We were talking about that before January. They need to get out of there. And Michael Moore, he's on Substack. If you want to join his Substack, Michael Moore, I think I showed it here on my channel, has provided a photo with all the names of all the insurrectionists that are in our government. Will Tuberville resign? Wasn't I answering something else? Well, actually, I was going to pull 3 cards about the insurrectionists that are in our government. Yes, we have to get on it. It's our civic duty to save our democracy. We would be really hating ourselves if we didn't save our democracy. We would. We would be really mad at ourselves if we didn't save our democracy. Honestly. Does the next indictment come from Arizona? I'll look. This is about the insurrectionists in our government. Yes, it's going to get a little... Oh, well, this is good. I like what I'm seeing here. The insurrectionists in our government will be outed because the Sun card is coming. They will be exposed. The light will expose them. It'll be challenging. It'll be challenging for them to hide because of all the evidence against them. This is about the insurrectionists who voted no to certifying Joe Biden, who the duly elected president. They're going to be found out. It's going to be very challenging. It's going to be hard for them to defend themselves when the light is shining brightly all over them. As far as the 14th Amendment, Section C, or Section 3, will they, maybe it's not all of them being removed from the ballot. Is that what it is? Ask your state to remove these people from the next state ballot. Yeah, definitely. Will some of them be removed from the ballot? I don't think the pendulum likes that question. We've been talking about the 14th Amendment since last year. Let's see. Okay, let's ask a better question. Will this be up for discussion? Will the 14th Amendment be up for discussion for members of Congress that were in on the insurrection? Yes. It's definitely going to be brought up. It should be used on Trump, and there are lots of arguments out there from even legal scholars. Let's see, Wildflower Wind. Are you just joining us? Yeah, I said that I saw Trump turning himself in on Thursday. But to Trump, it's like reason for a party. Yeah, Judge Ledigan, and that's what it was. I think it's in the Atlantic that Trump is already disqualified and conviction isn't needed. And attorney generals can say he can't be on the ballot. Yeah. I'm going to ask again. Will Trump be off the ballot because of Amendment 14? Yeah, that's really strong. And some of the senators that are up for re-election that were part of the insurrection it's going to definitely be a strong discussion. Will Trump be charged for election interference in more states than just Georgia? Yes. How many more states? All right, how many more states? Is it going to be one more state, two more states for election interference? Trump in trouble for election interference in 3 more states, and 4 more states, and 5 more states, and 5 more states. I don't know, I just tell it like I sees it. Will Pinocchio be charged? He is being charged. George Santos is being charged. That's one of those questions that I'm like, is it that I just think everybody knows this because I'm psychic or what? What's there to discuss what's there to discuss if someone broke a rule in the Constitution? Let me talk about that for a sec. You know how they've managed to distort the Second Amendment? Let's face it, they were firing muskets when that amendment was written, okay? Not AR-15s. Okay, and you know what they've done to the First Amendment? Now they're turning it around and saying the First Amendment means we can threaten violence against our government. And so when we say, is the 14th Amendment going to be in effect and enforced, it will definitely be a strongly argued point. And they will turn things around and screw things up, but I don't think that they'll win. I'm getting the Section 14, that Amendment 14, I really feel like, yeah, the Second Amendment also says a well-regulated militia, and they change the meaning of things. And then they go on Fox and they start talking about it like with their new meaning, with the new meaning that they made up. Yeah. So that needs to stop. And we just need to pay attention. Right? Arizona is about to give out their report on January 6th. Do you know when that's going to happen? Adrian Fontes has an amazing 4-minute video explaining the Second Amendment. Well, let's look that up, everybody. Who wants to see the GOP bring up climate change? It's getting really warm in here. I think I need to go get an ice cream. Oh, I'm looking at the devil card. Oh, Jamie Raskin? Oh, I love Jamie Raskin. Don't we love Jamie Raskin? The 14th Amendment. Yeah, I'm not talking about a conviction. I know it's automatic. I'm not talking about a conviction with the 14th Amendment. I'm talking about enforcement. Because we can all just go, oh, laws, we don't need any laws. Oh, Constitution, this is what Trump wants to do. No Constitution, he wants to throw out the Constitution. Okay. I'm just catching up with you guys in the chat. Jamie Raskin has survived his cancer. Yeah. Warren, that's old. We're all gonna die someday. I know, we don't like to think about it, but it might be nice on the other side, too. Well, I do mediumship. They tell me it's pretty nice over there. Kalani says it's only 84 there now. It's not that hot here, but the humidity really started coming in today. To fascist, before I let you go. Yeah, we've never had to enforce the 14th Amendment. I told you all a long time ago, if you were with me, that Donald Trump came along so that we would be forced to strengthen our democracy. Because here we are going, oh, I don't know, should the 14th Amendment be, oh, how about that Second Amendment? You know what I mean? It's like, we need to enforce it. We need to all come to agreement. We need to back our Constitution. Because we got this orange guy who kept on saying he wants to get rid of it. And then we've got the insurrectionists in our government who love Putin. It's really unbelievable. The fascist. He's going to be done after the debate. The psychic said about the fascist. Disney is coming back after him. Democrats are the party of democracy. The fascist. He should step out of the race, but he's really conflicted. Oh, people are building a case against the fascist, and they're doing it defast. He's just trying to, this is like the fascist just kind of treading water. Doesn't know really, okay, what to do with where he's at. And the Three of Pentacles, yeah, people are building a case against him. The garbages. Who do we want to run against Biden? I told you all that we would dive into who would be the nominee if Trump isn't the nominee. If Trump is on, yeah, Ron's out of money. I keep seeing that. Ron DeFascist is out of money. We might have to save the nominee question for Wednesday, because I don't know if Trump can be, yeah, there are a lot of sleeper cases, Mindy. I don't know if Trump can be the nominee and then be kept off the ballot. I'm confused, but who isn't? Remember, fascism needs to, a fascist tactic is to overwhelm the populace so that they can't keep up. And believe me, it's been challenging to keep up. But if that's all we're being asked to do, to keep up and to participate and fight for our democracy and stand up as our civic duty, that's a small ask. Pence? Really? I'm very surprised to hear that other psychics are saying that the nominee will be Pence. I don't see that at all. Not even. Do they actually mean it makes your brain hurt? Sometimes. Sometimes. Pence has got no appeal. He's just like, he walks in the room and you start yawning kind of energy. All right, is Trump actually going to be the nominee that the RNC nominates? No. I'm just surprised people are saying that they think Pence will be running against Biden. I mean, where did that come from? All right, I don't see Trump being the nominee. I mean, think about it. That's going to be, when do they pick? When do they choose who the nominee is going to be? What's the month? And is that, I'm not sure when that's going to be. The GOP may get desperate and do what? His fly will be his running mate. I heard a fly landed on Trump's cheek during some interview. Another excellent psychic said it would be close between Trump and Biden. What? You guys, you're throwing things up there that I'm just like, what? That's just not even in the ballpark of what I'm picking up. You think it's March when they choose the nominee? 14th is very clear to read, not to enforce. But we can enforce it. It's a democracy. It's a democracy. When we get involved, we run the country, right? I don't even think Youngkin has decided to run. Why do people keep saying Youngkin? I'm so confused. Is the Republican nominee right now? Is the Republican nominee? I can't even say it. The SNL skit about the Pence-Harris debate. That was so hilarious. The whole thing was hilarious. And when that happened, we were under so much stress as we have been. When the Pence and that was a very tense time. The Pence and Kamala debate happened, and the fly landed on Pence's head, and it just kept landing on his head. My guys just told me clearly they did that so that we would finally laugh, because we weren't laughing enough. Okay, is the Republican nominee going to be somebody that we know? Yes. Yeah, Youngkin is horrible. Not only is he horrible, I haven't heard that he's even interested. Okay. Will the nominee be Chris Christie? Not enough energy there. Somebody asked Kamala Harris in an interview several months later if she was laughing, and she said she really was. She was trying not to. Okay, so it's not Chris Christie. Who else? Who else? Oh, your husband has COVID. It's going around again. I don't even know who else to ask about. Well, Chris Christie wasn't a street head. No, it was kind of like yet to be determined. Is Ron DeFascist going to be the nominee? No. Strong no there. Strong no. We'll have to wait. Okay. Yes, COVID's coming back. The psychic said, the psychic that you guys know, that you're watching right now, COVID won't be at its end until January of next year. And when I first said that, it felt like so far away, but it's not that far away. Murdoch is courting Youngkin, but Youngkin hasn't shown an interest in running for president. So I don't even know who else to ask about. We'll just leave that for the time being, because we have tea leaves to read. So, Damon's falling in line with Biden, riding with Biden. I like when Midas Touch reminds us that that Biden said, "Don't compare me to the Almighty, compare me to the alternative." Right? Mm-hmm. On Wednesday, I'll give you some pretty good quotes that I've come across. Chuck, maybe think of it. Now, Is it Tim Scott that's running, or is it Rick Scott that's running? They should change their last names. Tim Scott is the African American from Florida. Rick Scott, I believe, isn't he? And Rick Scott is he's the one that wants to cut. Yeah, Rick Scott is the one that wants to get rid of Social Security. Well, a lot of them do. It's Tim Scott. Okay. Is Rick Scott running too? So confusing. Alright, let me pull 3 community cards. Look at me trying to make my videos shorter. I'm not succeeding. Rick looks like a skeleton. Oh yeah, Rick Scott, he there's something wrong. I mean, who was it too? I was looking at somebody else's picture and I was like, there's a senator, I think it is, that his last name is Cassidy. Does anybody know who I'm talking about? Who was being interviewed on CNN, and the whole time I'm looking at him, he looks demonic to me. He really did. Community cards to get us through the next 24 hours. Get involved in our democracy. Hold fast to our Constitution. Only Tim Scott. Thank you. I'm glad Rick Scott's not in the race. No. I didn't know. It was Cassidy. His last name was Cassidy, not Kennedy. Yeah, he's very strange. Suzanne knows who I'm talking about. He's a Republican. He's very strange. What state is he from? Louisiana. Oh, okay. I stand corrected. He is from Louisiana. But I thought you were referring to Kennedy. Cassidy. Okay. I want to encourage everybody to make sure that they are taking long breaks and having fun and smiling and remembering. Remember to celebrate the beautiful, loving, kind people. Let's see. Biden will repeat and vote in. But yeah, Biden's really... The only thing that will take Biden's numbers down are the lies. Because Joe Biden is doing so much for this country that when I see clips of people, even Chris Christie, oh, Biden, and that guy Cassidy, oh, Biden's made a disaster of this country. It's like, what planet are you from? What planet are you on right now? Or do you live on a different planet where Biden is the most incompetent person ever? The most experienced man ever to be president. During a time that we needed that expertise. We would be in such a dark place if we didn't have Dark Brandon. Honestly, we have a troll, you have a wrench. I don't even know how people, and usually the trolls are just trolls. I don't know. It's unbelievable. But take breaks. Go jump in a body of water. Go get a vegan ice cream. There's a place here that makes vegan ice cream. It's really good. I'm not vegan, but it's really good. There's more. There are more. It feels like there's more and more subpoenas coming. There's more. We're gonna find out more within the next day or so about who else is in trouble. The North Dakota GOP governor will be a nominee. Kristi Noem. She's the one that said that she gave her 2-year-old grandbaby guns, and she's so proud. Maybe these kids don't want guns, you know? They ever think of that? Hold fast to the Constitution. Write your representatives, write your senators, write your congressmen, write to everybody who represents the United States. You want vegan ice cream and manicotti? It's a date. You gotta make manicotti, Damon. Maybe I can ship it to you. While I'm talking about that, I want to tell you, there's a company, just totally off the topic. Totally off topic. I found this company, and Warren inspired me because he was sending me knishes. It's called Gold Belly. Get this app. Totally changing the subject. It's called Gold Belly, right? And it's really fascinating. You can buy lobster rolls. You can buy whoopie pies. I'm thinking of Maine. You can buy Shabbat in a box. Cheesecake from Brooklyn. Yes, Christy Nome was bragging about giving her toddler granddaughter guns. Oh, you know about Gold Belly. I didn't know about Gold Belly. I'm like, well, I can get bagels. And it's like stuff I don't even need, obviously. And I'm going, maybe I'll order that. Dumplings, let's see. Knishes, Warren, right? Knishes, pizza, lasagna, homemade lasagna. Fun! I just have it because I like to read cookbooks and stuff. It's interesting. You ordered cheesecake from New York City? Anyway, that's kind of goes along with what I was saying. Like, just enjoy things, because our whole entire lives don't have to be about this, even though we have to be actively engaged in our democracy. Damon, you're hilarious. You really are. And everybody loves you. And Thomas. And everybody loves everybody here. So the Hierophant is... We're going to actually see our Constitution becoming stronger. Because we need to use it. Lots of news about law. But we already know that. Okay. What do we have in our cup? I'm always doing this because I can never memorize the planets. Okay, we have Saturn, lots of energy around Saturn, lots of twigs. Alright, I'm going to let you guys help me with this. What does it look like on the bottom of the cup? We're having a tea leaf reading. Yes, Italian cheesecake is ricotta cheese. Yeah, I live in a Sicilian community. I know, it's so good. A snake at the bottom? Yeah? Kind of. I kind of see... This looks like boulders to me. Let's do this before we go. There's a lot of tea leaves. There's a lot of activity in Saturn. We're going to see the boom. We're going to see... You see an eagle? Yeah, we're actually, I know it's maybe hard to believe, but we're actually going to get to a place, I know, bear with me, where we feel proud of our justice system, and we're going to start to feel like, you saw a shoe with a rainbow coming out of the top. What does that mean to you? Just curious. Looks like a feather coming out of an elf slipper. You guys are really creative. You see birds. Yeah, I see birds too. But I see from, the impressions from the tea leaves that where Saturn is, there's going to come a time, and it's happening now, where we feel proud of our justice system. What are you writing? Damon, are you going to get yourself like... What the heck did you say? It's fine. It's fine. Okay. I didn't see what you wrote. Just behave. We're going to be proud of our judicial system because you know what? I do see E. Jean Carroll's case being more in the forefront too. Oh, is that what you said? I can't repeat it. It looks like Trump's privates. Oh my goodness. You make me laugh. Everything makes me laugh. Okay, so I'm really happy to see this, where we get, we start to like, rah, rah, our justice system rocks. We're going to feel really, really good and really, really proud. And Saturn is like, if you watch, especially if you watch Kathy Beale, she's not here tonight, but the Spirit Talk podcast, she talks a lot about Saturn and what's going on with Saturn is Saturn brings the hammer down. You have to pay the price. You have to pay the piper. All right. Please hit the thumbs up on your way out. I have not succeeded in making my videos shorter. On Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we're at 90 minutes now. It's always a blast. It's fun to hang out with you. It's like having friends to talk to about what's going on, which is really important. Justice will bring people together. I agree. Don't forget to celebrate the beautiful, loving, and kind people. All right. See you soon. I'm going to go jump on and watch Midas Touch. Maxwell's Silver Hammer coming down. All right. Namaste. See ya.